Stephanie Fassler-Ross studied fine art at Wits University. She assisted one of her lecturers, Cecily Sash, on a mosaic, and it was then that she became interested in glass as an art medium. She moved to London in order to apprentice herself to the master craftsman Patrick Rentons.
We didn't get a formal training, but we were trained by the actual workmen who were working on glass in the studio at Glaziers, who were great perfectionists. And it was a very, very thorough training in that respect, because anything that was done was going to be built into a building ultimately, so it had to be perfectly done. There was no room for anything shoddy.
Patrick Rentons is the artist who interprets all of John Piper's designs, as well as other major commissions in glass. His apprentices, drawn from all over the world, work directly on these major pieces. The demand for perfection is therefore paramount. With this training as her background, Stephanie returned permanently to South Africa in 1972 to start her own studio. She started making lamps in the style of Tiffany, adding to this her own style in windows, glass sculptures and mirror frames. For the past 7 years, she has been assisted by Grace Diani.
I work in very many different ways, depending on the occasion. I mean, I can be fairly traditional, I can be very contemporary, or I seem to have a natural flair for the Art Nouveau. It just comes out of me. And when I do design lamps or windows, I always draw natural things, flowers or insects or butterflies, which I love. And from there I've moved into a more sculptural area, which I'd like to explore. I'm constantly looking for new avenues. And the beauty about the lamps is that they come alive at night, whereas a stained glass window is lost unless it has very special lighting, but it then would probably only be seen from the outside.
The glass used in all Stephanie's work is imported from France. There are 3 principal kinds of glass. Antique glass, which is initially blown into a cylinder and then flattened. Rolled cathedral, which is an uneven colouring and a marbled effect. And the third is opalescent, an opaque glass. Her largest commission stands over 1 metre high. A butterfly window in which she has combined a 3-dimensional sculptural effect.
And I was asked to make something unique, and I just had this idea of making a 3-dimensional window and thought, well, this was a good opportunity to try it. It took us about 3 months to make. The butterfly's wings are actually lifting out of the background. The window is double. It has another layer behind the wings to give the whole thing support. To me, it was a great challenge. I used to lie awake at night and think about it and try and solve all the technical problems that it involved. And until we actually picked it up, we didn't know whether it was going to work or not. So that was quite a moment when it finally came off the work table and held together, because there were various forecasts made about it along the way.
You can make